Now, loneliness is a skill issue. I know I'm going to trigger a lot of people, right? Because loneliness is a big subject. A lot of people are dealing with loneliness, but there is a simple solution for that. It's not easy for most people, but it is simple. And I can say that, right? Because I used to be that person once upon a time. When I was 21, I moved to Paris, right? And I thought that everything would just happen like that. I will meet people from various industries, right? At the time, I was working as a photographer. I wanted to meet new clients. I wanted to get into the art scene, fashion scene, and that type of thing. But none of that happened. And I was basically forced to, analyze my situation. Why don't I have any friends, right? I just moved to a new city. I just don't know anyone. And it took me a while to realize what I was doing wrong. And I also kind of realized that this is the reason why so many people nowadays are alone, even though they don't have to be. And so the first thing is, if you're trying to meet new people, right? If you're trying to expand your friend circles, then you never have to wait to be invited. Never do that. Because people are not going to invite you out, right? You have to be the person, you have to become the connector that actually does invite other people out, right? And we'll get to that in a second on how you can do that. But you have to shift the mindset of where you think that people, like popular people, they will get invited everywhere, right? And that is true, but you have to become that person first. And if you are not getting invited, it doesn't mean that you are not popular, or it doesn't mean that you are not worthy enough to get invited someplace, right? So it is a mindset shift, right? You have to look at the world kind of like a playing field full of opportunities, full of new people that you can meet. But if you are stuck like I was in that mindset of, if I'll be cool enough, if I will be worthy enough, then people will invite me out to gatherings, right? To events, to concerts, to fashion parties, whatever it is. I'm sure you have something in mind where you would like to join, right? Maybe you even have a group of friends or a group of people in mind in your city where you would just love to be a part of, but you're not getting there. And that is the first step, right? You need to get rid of that mindset. You think you need to get invited in order to experience things. And now the other thing is also a really big problem. It's that most people, they are just stuck inside of their own bubble, right? And I realized this because in my hometown, I have my friends, right? I have my friends from school, friends from friends, and we just kind of all knew each other. We've known each other for a while, right? A lot of these are my friends till this day. Like a lot of my friends, I've known them for like 20 years. But I had to get out of this mindset where I thought that, in order to meet people, you already have to know other people. In order to become friends with somebody, they already have to know somebody that is friends with you. No, you have to burst that bubble, right? You have to get out of that bubble in order to experience new things. And this is really hard because this is humbling, right? If you ignore your bubble, if you ignore the people that you already know, and you feel like you're not going to get to know more people through them, then it's kind of the realization that you are alone, right? If it comes to meeting new people, you are actually alone. But that also means that you will have so many new opportunities to meet new people, right? To have new experiences. And now to the big action step, so to speak, right? Once you get rid of the mindset that you need to get invited in order to experience new things, that you need to hold on to your bubble of your friends that you already know to experience new things. And once you get rid of those two problems, right, where you think, I don't have to be invited, I will create my own opportunities, I will meet my own people, and I don't have to be stuck in that bubble that I'm in right now. Just because I'm hanging out with footballers or whatever it is, doesn't mean I cannot get to hang out with artists, or I cannot get to hang out with, salesmen, whatever it is that you're wishing for. You have to open your mind to those opportunities, and then you'll be able to profit from them. Now, the action step itself, it is a skill, because that's why I say loneliness is a skill issue. It is just purely skill. It is getting good at small talk. It is getting good at interacting with everything that you see around you, right? When you walk through the streets, you see people talking, you see people moving stuff around, people on the phone, people smoking, whatever it is. When you walk through the streets, you see that people are doing stuff, right? They're interacting with the world. And you have so many opportunities to interact with those people too, right? I can give you an example, and I've talked about this, right? When I was I don't know, like 19 or 20, I used to work at Starbucks. And that Starbucks was right at the train station in my hometown. And all these expats were coming in, right? Because it was at the station. And you had all these foreign nationals coming in, right? To order Starbucks because that's the only place that they knew. They knew they can get coffee, right? They knew that that's a workspace where it's accepted to work at the laptop. So many people were coming in, and I just started to talk to them, right? Starting with small talk, right? Building a connection, right? Oh, where are you from? Oh, what languages do you speak, right? Asking about them, remembering their name. And if they come back, they will greet you by your own name, right? And through this, when you get to know people, when you get to know strangers, opportunities arise. That's basically how I got my first paid job as a photographer, right? It was a Romanian woman. She just started her own coaching business, and just through small talk, because she already knew me, she knew my name, and I told her about myself, right? I told her that I'm starting as a photographer, and at some point she asked me to take pictures of her because she started her own coaching business. And that's basically it, right? Get rid of those negative, self-deprecating mindsets where you are not able to meet new people. You are not able to meet new people from other circles. No. Just get good at small talk, right? Get to know people. Get interested in people, who they are, what they do, what their life is like, what their opinions are, what they eat for breakfast, whatever it is. Try to get interested in people and never think that you are limited to one bubble of friends, right? From your hometown, from your school, or whatever it is. Wherever you go, right? Any city, any country, whatever it is, you will meet people, you will see people on the streets, interacting with the world around them. And you can slide, into these interactions. Introduce yourself, right? Get the contact information. And then basically you just create leads, right? If you're familiar with sales terms, leads is basically just a contact where there is a potential opportunity, be it for sales, right? Be it for money, in this case, be it for a meaningful connection, right? And the more you do this, the more you talk to people, the more you interact, the more contacts you will have, and the more opportunities arise to build new relationships. So it's a numbers game, right? But you need to let go of your ego that you are the one who needs to take initiative, right? You need to be the one that goes to talk to people, right? Who approaches people, and it might happen that you get rejected. It might happen that somebody tells you to fuck off, right? And this is where you need to be humbled, right? You need to accept that there are so many opportunities around you, but not every opportunity is going to work. And this is basically it. It's pretty simple, although it's very hard. So let's circle back then. The reason why most people are lonely is because they have these negative mindsets and they are not ready to take actions, and they feel like it's the world's problem and it's not their own problem, right? Where in reality, it's mostly a skill issue. And even when I talk about this, right, you'll see in my comments from other videos too, where people give excuses, right? They blame sickness, they blame how they were raised. And even though all of that matters, even though all of that has influence, you can always change it, right? Step by step. I had a guy comment on my video that he never goes out and he spends most of his time on Discord, and he always joins the group video calls or the group calls. And I think he's been there for like 6 months, and not even once he had the courage to just unmute his button or unmute his mic and just say something. So you have to make these small steps, right? And depending on where you are at, those steps might look different. Now, if you want to join a community full of people who are trying to tackle the same issue, you can join for completely free. The link is in the description. You can check it out. If you want my one-on-one guidance, you can book a free call. The link is also in the description. And so always remember, blend in, stand out, and belong anywhere. Take care.